We've been waiting for the sign. The sign for us to come alive. The sign for us to wake up. Because we were just out here chilling, sleeping, and watching it in bed. Nobody's having a party, nobody's watching this in the video, stuff like that. We're just watching it in bed, ahí, como dormido, acostado, tranquilo. And we're just waiting for that moment that's gonna make us just jump out of bed and be like, now is the time. How can this kid be like, oh, you know why he's up? You know what, I'll give Psycho Kid a little bit of time because tomorrow's Veterans Day and Psycho Kid doesn't have any food. So you know what? Psycho Kid can stay up for as late as he wants. You hear me? As late as he can. We stop this? I think we're gonna have to stop just a little bit. All right, stop it. Psycho Kid. La verdad es que, like, you know, I want to hang out with you for a little bit more because it's been a long time since we haven't seen each other, you know what I mean? But, bro, you know, es tarde. Y mañana tú te vas a levantar early in the morning to watch cartoons and Netflix and all this kind of stuff, and you're going to bother all of us, and we're going to be like, no, bro, like, we got to go to work. You're going to stay home by yourself, and you're going to, like, you know, mow the lawn. Okay? And lay some dirt or lay some concrete or something. That's what you're going to do, Psycho Kid, on your day off. On Veterans Day. You know, because the veterans are busy deporting your parents. Let's get them out of here. You know, I'm just rusty. I'm going to be real with you. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's just rust, you know? Rust and a dirty mouse pad. It keeps making everything go all over the place. And it's really annoying. You know? That's all it is. That's all it is. Heat cultura, heat cultura, heat cultura, heat cultura. Heat cultura, heat cultura, heat cultura, heat cultura, heat cultura. Heat cultura. However you say it, that's how you say it now and forever. I don't make the rules, I just make the rules. I am Studio Mogura, Studio M-O-G-U-R-A, here for the 5th freaking season of Heat Cultura. Yes, I'm 11 games late. I'm sorry. Some of us have a life. Some of us have things to write. Some of us, you know, are dealing with health issues. Some of us are like, my God, I think I'm losing my voice from smoking too much weed. So we can't all be just rushing to this place to come and give you your time and give you like whatever you want because you're like, I need the content because I don't want to know what's happening in the world right now because it looks like it's on fire. So just give me shit to distract me. I'm not going to be there all the time because I'm one of those people that is looking for the distraction. While you're looking for me, I'm looking for somebody else. So I don't know what to tell you. I just know what to tell you. And that is, we might have something here. We might have something here. I don't know if we have something here, but I know we might have something here. What it is, I don't know. But I know at this point it's got to be something. Which is the only reason that I got out of bed. After being in slumber like a bear. Hibernation. I got out of bed. And I decided I'm going to do a Heat Cultura after this game because this game deserved a Heat Cultura. This was the game that I was waiting for. To do a Heat Cultura. I almost did it some other game that they had. What was the other game that they had that they won? What was that game? I don't remember the game. Already making me go and check, bro. You see what you guys do to me? You guys always throw me off the thing and everything, and it's just like, and then this becomes just me just trying to find the information and what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Oh my god. Oh damn, we're playing the Cavs again? El 12. Is that today? No, okay, yeah. Oh damn, we're playing them back to back. Wow, that's weird. I'm almost on the Nuggets. When we beat the Nuggets, I thought about, oh, maybe this is the time to do the Cultura. But for some reason, I was like, Oh, no, we didn't beat the Nuggets. I'm sorry. It wasn't the Nuggets. It was, who the fuck was it? Clippers? No, it wasn't the Clippers. Knicks. It was the Knicks. That was back then, the Knicks. When we beat the Knicks, I was like, oh, I wanted to do a Cultura, but I was like, no, Cultura. No, we're not doing Cultura. No, that's not good enough for me. It wasn't good enough for me. I needed something more. I needed like a real, like we had to win some of these the Western Conference games. And we got our asses kicked then. So I was like, we're the same. But this was a big win. This is probably the Heat's biggest win since the Spurs game. And after they beat the Grizzlies, you know? I mean, not Spurs game, the Knicks game. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And it's still really early with this team. And look, it's really look how early it is. And we're down here or we're down bam. So you can't really make a real assessment at all. You gotta just. I don't even want to say take it a little bit at a time because this is a very familiar team. This team knows each other. This team is not full of new guys. You just have a couple of new guys. Not even. You just have really one new guy. But everybody's been together with this team for more than like 2 years, 3 years. Everybody. So we are continuing the pattern and continuing the culture of guys come here and they stay here a long time and until they gel. And like they know each other's moves. Blindfolded. Most other teams, you're shipping your guys off like after 1 or 2 years. Oh, you didn't do good, get out of here. This team, no, we're gonna still, we develop players. Other teams just want, let me get this guy, put him in there, and okay, you win. But give me the championship. No, us. We know we're always going to compete for a championship. We know we're always going to be in it. So that's why we don't have a problem developing guys until we get it right. It takes a long time. I know it's not like we're in the championship every fucking year, but when we were with Butler, we were doing the runs. As long as we had the runs, as long as we were in it to do a run, that's all that you want as a fan, man. I mean, of course you want a title and championship, but you got to be realistic about shit. Okay? Unless you're out here running around, Denver with this unstoppable force guy or a big-time star that you're like, oh, I definitely should be in the finals. Like, we're just thinking about, like, we want to get in the playoffs so we got to have a chance, and we know how we can play teams in the playoffs. We play teams pretty tough in the playoffs all the time, even if they fucking sweep us. So it's something to say that we are playing really good against teams that normally kind of take us to the woodshed. Even the Nuggets game had a little bit of that flair, but of course that was at the end of the road trip, so I really didn't expect to win that game. We never win in Denver. I don't understand that. I think that team seems to have some kind of unfair advantage because I imagine we're not the only ones. I imagine, like, what is their record against fucking like teams from the East? Like, I gotta imagine it's just by default they win most of them. They have to have one of the best home records in NBA history. They have to have the number one. They have to have the best play, like the best team home record has to be Denver Nuggets. Because every time everybody goes to play there, they die. So I don't know. Everybody wants to talk about how, you know, the fair weather fans and the people that are fucking jerks and assholes and fucking pains in the asses, their first thing that they're going to go to is, we need to trade Hero to get a big guy so that we can get rebounds. And first, you need to shut the fuck up, because that's stupid. Second, we need to instead, the conversation needs to not be about what can we get for Hero. We don't fucking need to get anything for Hero. We just need to put Hero in the game. That's what needs to happen. We need to start talking about how, what is this team going to look like when we put Norman Powell and Hero running, the, you know, our two firepower. You know, the one thing that I will say about Hero is that there is a lot of pressure on him to come out and not miss a beat. And I'm asking fans and everyone to give him at least 2 fucking games before you start to fucking bitch. Like, Hero is the kind of player, if you have watched him from when he started our career, every time he's injured and he comes back from an injury, most of the time it takes him like 3 to 4 games to finally get back in rhythm. So when he comes back from this injury, do not expect him to put up 35 fucking points, please, in the first game. Shit, don't even expect that from him in like the first like fucking 10 games. Just make sure he goes out there and he plays good, and he looks good, and that he's in it. Eventually, he will flip the switch and he will start to take over the game. But I don't want to put any pressure on Hero that he's going to come back in and all of a sudden he's got to save us, because then that's going to derail the flow of this team. Because this team has a great flow. And it's going to be interesting to see Hero, who is somebody who likes to play hero ball, because hence the name. And right now, we're not a one-on-one team. We are a team that just has decided to attack. And that is it pisses me off, because we should have been doing this with Butler. We should have been doing this with everybody else. But one of the things that really held us back a lot, like it really held us back a lot, was Duncan Robinson. And you saw tonight the danger of somebody like Duncan Robinson. Both the danger as in the danger against you and the danger for you. Because that guy, I forgot his name, starts with a K. Cleveland's version of Duncan Robinson. That guy was 1-7 before he went on a 5-5 fucking streak from 3. And that is the same shit that Duncan Robinson would do that would piss me off. And piss everybody off, I'm sure. And the difference was that Duncan Robinson goes 1-7 and Spo's pulling him out of the game. And not even going back to him at all. And sometimes Duncan Robinson goes 1-7 and that's the entire game. This guy went 1-7 and they just let them in there until he went on a hot streak and he brought him back and they tied the game. And that's essentially what you were supposed to do with Duncan Robinson. But the problem with Duncan Robinson is that we couldn't afford that. Because he would miss one, the other team would come back and make a 3. Then he goes back and give Duncan Robinson another shot to make it. He misses that one, they come back and they make another fucking 3, we call timeout. But we're already down like fucking 6 right there. And usually out of the timeout, we try to come out, they put up two more, boom, right there, we're already down 8. The next thing you know, in the blink of an eye, we're down 15. And Duncan Robinson's out here missing fucking every shot. Of course, the good thing is that, if he comes in and he gets in a hot streak, and he ties the game. But then look at what happened at the end of the game. That guy had like 3 wide open opportunities to tie the game, win the game, and he missed them all. And it's like, I knew at the end of the game, all we really had to do was keep the ball out of Donovan Mitchell's hands. If anybody, they were going to take a 3 no matter what. And you knew that guy, the Kleber guy, whatever, I still don't remember his name. You knew that if he got it, he would take the shot, and he was probably going to miss it because he had that streak and all that kind of shit. And of course, they were going to go to him because he had that hot streak, and they were going to think that he was going to be, but of course, he misses it. Because this is how, you have to view the game now. Like it's a fucking soap opera. Like it's a pre-written script almost. Because that's like, this was a great game, and I had a great time watching this game. I enjoyed it. Yes, it was very competitive. This felt like a playoff game. This felt like a preview of the Eastern Conference Finals. If you look at the Eastern Conference, the Heat really just got to worry about the Knicks, and I'm not worrying about the Knicks. The Boston is not going to be the same. The only other team also is Milwaukee, because no matter what, they have Giannis. But I got to imagine by the time if we do meet them in the playoffs, I'm always good with Bam going up against Giannis, because against each other they have that's a really good matchup, and it can go either way. So if Giannis beats us against Bam, a lot of times I don't really feel bad, because I know Bam did his best, because there's been times where Giannis goes up against Bam and Bam beats him. So it can go either way. It's only like media and ESPN and people who just assume that Giannis is gonna win the game. But we went through the early years where Bam was dominant in that game. So I know it's really not. We know how to defend Giannis. It's really just everybody else. And in our team in the past, everybody else was fucking Duncan Robinson. So now that we got rid of that fucking problem and we put guys who are good. Who are good all around. Because look at everybody, man. Like, everybody plays defense, everybody shoots threes, and everybody has an inside fucking game. Everybody. Bam has a mid-round shot that is near unstoppable. And now he's gotten a lot better from three than he was last year. I mean, you can't even say that. I mean, you look at Nico. Nico he's got the defense. He can hit it from three, and even he gets hot from three. I like Nico shooting from three, man, because when he gets hot, he gets fucking wild. And he's got the inside game. He's got a sneaky, the sneaky European inside game. This guy is a cross between Jokic and Dragic, and that's Jovic. And that's what you need, and with a little bit of Luka Doncic in there. Because they all know each other. And he's like the youngest one out of that Slovenian group. He's the youngest one. So he learned from Jokic, he's learned from Luka, and he's learned from Dragic, because Dragic hangs out here all the time. So you just gotta be patient with Nikola. You gotta be patient with him. You gotta be patient with these guys. This team is filled with players that fit our system and our style. Like, I know we've had like really good teams in the past that we've all really liked. I know it. We've had teams, man, the Golden Arm team. We went Struz and Butler on here. We've had great teams that we just loved the team. This is one of those teams. This is one of those teams that we're going to have a lot of fun watching, because everybody's good and everybody contributes and everybody plays hard, and everybody's a fighter and everybody wants them and everybody has something to prove. Is this a team filled with guys that I feel are like all castaways and all people that everybody assumes that they're all right, but they're not like anything. And these are all guys that, they're just working at it. Jaime has taken an incredible step forward. He has taken the step forward that we wanted him to take like 2 years ago. And it was unrealistic to ask of this guy when he was like a second-year player, to assume that he was going to come in and fucking, because his rookie year, he had his moments. And you were like, oh, there was something there, when he had that game in Mexico and stuff, dude. But then after that, I think he had gotten injured, and it was just like, it wasn't the same. And then last year, he was just trying too hard. He was missing a lot of the shots that he's making this year. He missed last year. A lot of the shots. A lot of, like, the bunny shots, layup shots. He's making them this year. So it's nice to see that he has taken that step. And it's a step, because he is showing absolutely no fear. No fear whatsoever of anybody at all. None. Get the fuck out of my way is what Jaime Jaquez is telling everybody now. And you know what? Not even. He's like, stay in my fucking way. I want to feel the contact. I want to feel the pain. I want it. And that's what is going to make this team next level. When everybody really is on that page of, I want it. Not like, oh, who am I going to turn to? Oh, is Butler going to do it? Oh, we got to get Jimmy the spot. Oh, we got to get it. No. There's nobody on this fucking team that is like, oh, you're the leader. You're the best. If you're going to say anybody's at the leader, that's Bam. And that's simply just because he's been here the longest. He's the longest tenured player here. So he's, of course, the leader. He's the veteran. He's the vet. He's the old guy now. And he's not even old. He's still in his 20s. Like, Bam. What the fuck is he? Jesus Christ, people. He's 28 years old. Bam is 28. 28, man. Bam. Like, he hasn't even gotten to the point where he's like he's still young for the NBA. He still has so much game ahead of him. Because, you know, because of LeBron playing until his 40s, deep into his 40s, like, he's changing the league. And the three-point game now is also changing the league. It's going to extend careers, man. Like, it's going to be normal for us to see a lot of 40-year-old NBA players. It's going to be normal. It's going to be harder for young players, I think, to get into this game. It's going to be hard. I think most young college NBA players, you know, they're going to either stay longer in college because they're getting already paid in college through the NIL. They're going to go to Europe to play in Europe because they're going to try and get into the NBA, and they're not going to get into the NBA. Like, if anything, they'll get into the NBA as like that first round draft or whatever. But even the first rounders, I wouldn't be shocked if in the future we're going to see a lot of those guys just kind of flame out because there's just a lot of veteran guys are just going to be around and they're going to be really fucking good. And they're not going to be like old. It's not going to be like a 35-year-old player was in the early 90s, late 80s, where they're like falling apart and shit, you know, and dying on the court. Nah, man, we're going to have like 35-year-old guys who are like built solid, like at the prime. People's prime, the prime of people's career is going to move into the 30s, not be in the mid-20s, late 20s. So we got a great decade of Bam left. Hero is a baby. Hero is a fucking baby, bro. A fucking child, man. Like, not like literally, like, he's always a baby because you blah, blah, blah. No, he's a baby because he's 25 fucking years old. He literally would have just graduated, like, college and like been in the midst of grad school right now. That man he's not, get the fuck out of here. And you all want to fucking trade him, want to fucking, he's been here 6 seasons, man. Come on. 6 years. He came in 2019, and then 1 year, he missed one whole year because of COVID. No, that was his rookie season. Excuse me. I mean, come on. The bubble was his rookie season. We got to tone it down with the expectations. And I'm guilty of it too. I admit I'm totally guilty of that shit. I'm totally guilty of like, these guys got to win now, blah, 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 blah. And I mean, you can't help but say that when you have that opportunity, because these guys were super young and fucking fighting for titles with Butler. Fighting against fucking Celtics and that playoff run. And that, you know, that feels like ages ago. That feels like it was like back in the era of fucking Big Three almost. And that was like 2 years ago. So this is a great team, and this is and look at this fucking team without Butler. I don't know what's going on with fucking Golden State, but let me tell you, man, I can't wait to fucking play them. I can't wait till we play Golden State. I really personally, I want to win both of those games. I'm going to win that game when they come here, and I want to win the game when we go over there. Because I don't want Butler to fucking think that, oh, well, you know, he's good. No. Yeah, but of course Butler's good. You know why Butler's good? Because he's got Steph Curry to fucking not have to worry about anything. But I guarantee you, man, the same drama that went down here, went down in Minnesota, went down in Chicago, went down everywhere Butler has gone, is going to go down in Golden State. And heaven help that place when it goes down in Golden State between him and Draymond. Because Draymond gets tired of his shit. Because one day they're in practice someday and they start going at each other and they fucking start hating on each other and he says some shit that's fucked up and blah, 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 and then that's it. That kind of like, you know, sours the relationship from there on. Don't think it's not going to happen. If there's one thing that we know now for sure is that Butler is a toxic player that's going to just at some point go fucking, you know, go nuclear. He's done it everywhere he's gone. I appreciate his time here, but the way that he did it, that was all him, man, being an asshole. No reason to do that shit. You know? So I'm looking forward to that. I like where we're at. I like the players that we have. I really, you know, at one point I was going to say maybe we need a big guy for rebounds or something, but nah, man, we just need to play Ware more, bro. You just got to keep playing Ware. You just got to keep playing him. You got to give him more minutes, man. You got to give him more confidence. When they put him in, that first game when he came in after Bam went down, you could tell he was nervous as fuck because it's like he's coming in there and he's got to take over Bam and it's like, oh my God, it's a big fucking deal. I'm not going to fucking hate that's a young guy, man. He's in his second or third year. He's a baby. He is a baby, man. Like, he is a baby. Another baby. Otro niñito. 21 años, coño. Ese hombre tiene 21 años. This guy he just gained the ability to drink legally. Like, that's what we're dealing with here. He was a rookie last year, man. I mean, this is his second fucking year, bro. He came into the league in 24. Come on, man. Like, we gotta be patient with these people, man. Gotta be patient. We gotta let them make mistakes too. We have to give them the room to make mistakes. The only motherfucker that can't be making any fucking mistakes, man, is fucking Spo. And let me tell you, I'm glad Spo's okay. I'm glad his family's okay. I'm glad it sucks that his fucking house burnt down, but I'm pretty sure Spo had really good insurance. Spo had coverage, and I'm sure he's gonna be just fine. Because he gets paid how much? Because he's just on their fucking big-ass contract. So his big-ass fucking problem is that, you know, the memorabilia from the fucking years that he won with the big three, the pictures, the photos, all that shit's the shit that's like, fuck, all that's gone. And that's that, I feel that. As somebody who collects comics, man, I would fucking go ape shit for that. Okay? And then I'd ask, are my kids okay? That's how you do it. You got to give these guys room to grow, room to breathe, room to make mistakes. Spo, no. No, Spo. Spo cannot be making mistakes. Even with the burnt down house. No. You know what, Spo? You don't got a home to go to anymore, bro, so just stay here in the arena. Stay in the arena, drop some plays. Speaking of drawing up some plays, notice it was Chris that did the plays. Chris Quinn, CQ. Coach, CQ. That tells me if anybody, we're not going to give his ass up ever again for if anybody wants him as a coach to interview, we're probably going to deny him because we want that guy to take over Spo. That already tells you that. From that little instance, yes. From that one moment that he drew up the play, that tells you who's next in line to take over Spo. Does that mean that Spo's going to fucking be gone soon? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Spo's goal is win one title on his own without like big three, make it on his own. As the moment that he wins a title, I think he'll think about retirement. And if not, he'll win a title. He'll come back to try and defend the title. And if that doesn't work out, then he'll retire. But I think that's what we're waiting for with Spo. Spo's just looking for, he just wants to win one more title and that's it. He's gonna bail and they're gonna hand it to Chris. to CQ. It's going to be interesting to see how this Cleveland team bounces back. I think it's here still. Yeah, they're back-to-back home games. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens to the Cavs and how the Cavs come out on Wednesday. And I would hope and I would imagine that every fucking goddamn bar that sees Donovan Mitchell, okay, walk into their club, walk into the bar, that you give him free drinks. Free drinks for Donovan Mitchell. Free drinks for all the Cavalier players. You better do that shit. Free drinks, 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 free drinks. Keep them out there until sunrise. Don't let them leave the goddamn fucking place until it's 6 in the morning. Put another record on. And then you know what? Don't even charge them. No. Don't worry. It's cool. It's on the house. Let them rack up a $20,000 fucking alcohol bill. And you know, you take that bill and you send it to the Heat. That's what you should do. I'm sorry, man. Like, the Miami Heat need to really talk to all the bars in Miami and South Beach and everybody. And be like, hey, man, if, like, players come to your shit, like, opposing players come to your bar, and make sure you get pictures with them and you get, you know, it's up, and then you give them whatever the fuck that they want, and you send us the bill. And we'll pay for that. But you got to make sure that they leave that bar drunk off their fucking asses when the sun comes up. And like they didn't know. Like, you send them to space. You know when you go to space and you walk into space and it's like fucking midnight and you're like, oh, cool, it's going to be nice, bro. Good night. A couple hours, dancing, you know, the thing. And you go in there and it's like, you're in there for an hour. You know, and you walk in, you get a drink, talk to a couple buddies, hey, oh, see this girl, you talk to this girl, and let's dance, oh, the DJ comes on, cool, I'm gonna take a piss, you're gonna take a piss, you're gonna go, hey, let's get out of here, let's go back to my place, right, cool, and you go out of space, and it is fucking 10 in the morning. Like that. That is what needs to go down. That is what we expect from our Miami Beach, Miami communities. Do your part. Do your part as a Heat fan to ensure that the Cavaliers are, you know, end up getting into some debaucherous shit that they're like, you know, there's a news report because there's like a couple players missing. Nobody knows where they're at. And not necessarily because something bad happened to them or they got kidnapped or whatever, you know, it's just that they passed out, you know, on some, you know, behind someplace in Wynwood because they drank a lot. That's it. Like, I better see that. I better see the baddies going after them. You know? Trying to take them, stay. No, don't go. Stay a couple of, and just wear them out. This is a perfect opportunity for that. And this is exactly what needs to happen. Because we are literally playing back-to-back games against the Cavs and then back-to-back games against the Knicks. Who did this fucking schedule? And then after that, we play the Warriors. I didn't even know. I swear I didn't even know. I didn't know. I just thought, you know, but I really want to play ball. I want to, you know, stick it to him with this team. Is Hero going to be back for that game? They're talking about Hero coming back at the end of November. That's November 19th. I bet you Hero and Bam will be back for those 2 games. Maybe. No, because that's still close, man. That's not... I think Bam's going to be out another week. Easy. No, yeah, no. By the Warriors, maybe Bam will be back by then. But right now we're staring at. Well, it was 4, but now we're staring at. 3 games that are really important. This is a great opportunity for us to really get a good jump on everybody in the East. Going back and I just wanted to check and see how we looked. If I did our 7-game series kind of style. How if you've listened to us in the past, or me in the past, because there's nobody else doing this, it's just me. We have a thing where it's like we measure this team in games of 7 because we play 7-game series in the playoffs, and that's how it matters. When you're in the playoffs, you play a 7-game series, so you might as well practice during the regular season like it's a 7-game series. So every 7 games, you take that record, and that is how you measure the Heat. You don't measure the Heat by individual games. This is one game. You cannot measure the Heat by like, oh, they lost this game. That's it. No. You got to take it at 7-game chunks. What if in 7 games do they win the series, or if 7 games do they have more losses than they lost the series? Obviously, so when that happens, it's like, okay, that's bad. But after 7 games, you take a look at that's the litmus test for this team, and first 7 games: Magic, Grizzlies, Knicks, Hornets, Spurs. Right? When did we start? Oh, preseason. That was really. Oh yeah, preseason games. Grizzlies. There we go. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we had a loss. We had a win. We had a win, 2-1. Another win, 3-1. Loss, 3-2. Loss, tied it up, 3-3. And then boom, we won against the Clippers. So in that 7-game series, we came out 4-3. Boom, great. So we won that. That's a good chunk. That's how we practice. Okay? First game, Nuggets, and then we had Hornets, and then Trailblazers, and then we have Cavs, Knicks, and then Knicks again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, up to the Knicks. So in the Knicks game, that's going to be the end of this big chunk of 7 games. And right now, we started out 0-1, tied it up at 1-1, went up 2-1. Now we're 3-1. We're up 3-1 in this 7 games. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I did that wrong. Wait. 0-1, 1-1, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1. Right? Why is that weird? Okay, yeah. So if we win tomorrow, that's it. We win the series and we go on. I don't know why that's weird. That's coming off weird to me. Yeah, because the series doesn't go 5, but whatever. But yeah, that's basically it. So you just measure the team in 7 games. You don't measure the team in 1. So, but the real deal is that we have 4 games against our top 2 contenders, the top 2 people that we are gonna have to worry about in the playoffs. Cleveland and the Knicks, because everyone Milwaukee is the next one, and we'll figure them out eventually. We're gonna get them soon. We're gonna get them after this chunk of games. After these 7 games, we're gonna get Warriors, Bulls, 76ers, Mavericks, Bucks, Pistons, and then Clippers again. It's gonna be, I don't know, man. Yeah, okay, so sorry, that's why I was getting confused. So the whole point is to win the 4 games. So even if we would win the 4 games, if we win, I'm sorry, I lost my fucking place. Fuck. If we win against, how was it? Where the fuck is the preseason game? Shit, is that the Grizzlies? We played the Grizzlies at the end of the preseason, and then we played them in the second game, and that's just fucking confusing me. And this thing that I'm looking at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so if we win essentially tomorrow against the Cavs, we would win the series, because even if we lose the next 2 games against the Knicks, we would still win the series. You know what I mean? Because we were up 4, so it doesn't matter. So those games don't matter, even if they matter. But in the terms of testing this team by 7 games, okay, that's another series that we won. Boom, we move on. And then the next one's going to be Warriors, Bulls, 76ers, Mavericks, Bucks, Pistons, and then Clippers. And then, we go for that. So, our next real big test, again, obviously, it's against this chunk against the thing, and then the Warriors. Got to make sure we beat the Bulls, the 76ers, and the Mavericks, because those are not good teams. So we got to, do our business here, and then the Bucks for an NBA Cup, whatever the fuck that is. I don't even give a shit about the fucking NBA Cup. I'm going to tell you right now, in front of Ava and, the Lords of Acid, bro, fuck the goddamn NBA Cup. It's the stupidest fucking thing ever. If you just wanted to have a time where you could paint the fucking, the courts different kind of style, well, then just paint the courts a different style. In fact, the court should already have a different style just about every kind of quarter of games, man. Get an artist, a local artist, to do a fucking, a thing and make it look really nice and shit. It doesn't have to be completely a thing, but it's different colors and stuff like that. I don't know, man. Bring some fucking life into this game, man. Don't just make it a bunch of guys running back and forth, putting a fucking ball into a hoop. Man, let's have some fucking fun with it, man. Let's make it colorful and stuff. Because we're literally in a time where we have politicians getting pissed off that people are putting rainbows on the fucking crosswalk, man. And they're like, we can't have rainbows because I get offended because I look at the rainbows and I think about gay people and that makes me uncomfortable because I'm gay. And I don't know, I've never learned how to deal with that shit. So instead of dealing with that shit and my own fucking problems, I'm gonna fucking take it out on everybody else and fucking ban, everything that's gay. It's so stupid. I do not understand why we are in a time where we're still listening to conservative people that we know are dumb, we know are backwards, we know are obsolete, we know are pretty much outdated, and we know they have nothing to offer us other than bland chicken. There's no seasoning. Why would you want this? And we know that wherever we go, they're going to follow us. Yet we still are you know what, let's bring them into this party. No, man, just lock the door. That's it. But we continue dealing with these people and they continue affecting every single part of our lives, okay? And, if you don't like to hear about that shit in a fucking sports show, well, go fuck yourself, man, because it's gonna affect the fucking sports show, bro. Because guess what? How much are you paying for to stream the fucking Heat every month? With FanDuel, shitty FanDuel fucking sports. FanDuel que está probably dando dinero a fucking conservatives. Huh? How much are you fucking paying? How much is that costing you? Can you still afford that shit when you can barely afford fucking groceries? Oh, you can barely afford food to eat, but, you can pay for the fucking FanDuel Sports Network. You don't want to talk about politics? Bitch, you're going to be talking about big-time fucking politics when they fucking decide to take away the fucking NBA. Because that's coming. That is coming. The moment they get to it becomes a totalitarian government, authoritative, and you piss them the fuck off, or they do something, or they see any kind of happiness. Really, it's not even about being pissed off. It's just any kind of happiness. Happiness is seen as divisive. In a fascist society, happiness is divisive. Smiling is divisive in authoritative government, an authoritative fucking country, in a totalitarian country, in a fucking fascist country, in a dictatorship. Smiling, having fun. If you are having fun and that having fun is not being caused by you liking the government, praising the supreme leader or Trump or whatever the fuck, or basically fucking, lynching somebody. If you are not having fun through those means, they are going to take that shit away from us. So before you say, I don't want to fucking hear politics on a sports show, maybe you should fucking read a book. Because it's obvious you don't. And I can understand why you don't read a book, because there's really a 85% chance that you can't read the fucking book because you have a reading level of fucking a second grader. Because that's literally what's happening to our country. Motherfuckers can't understand how to read, but you can understand what fucking first intent is, right? Is that the world you want to live in? If you say yes, go fuck yourself. You're wrong. You're just being an asshole at that point. Welcome back to fucking Cultura, bro. Because this is what it is. This is the real Cultura. Not the Winnie Hero, bam and dunking, woohoo. None of that. No. This right here, talking, getting on a platform and just speaking the fucking truth about shit. The same way that I speak about the fucking heat, I'm gonna speak about fucking every aspect of fucking society. That's how we do it here. That's how I do it here. Mainly because I don't have anybody else to talk to but my cats, and I've driven them crazy already. You know the deal. I may or may not be back for the next game. You know, if it's a really good game like this one, I'll be back for the Cleveland. I mean, maybe I will be because it's, you know, it's a Cleveland. It's really good. It just kind of depends on where I'm at. It depends on my mindset. I'm sorry. I was working on I've been writing a few. I just finished an animated pilot, which is another thing. I just remembered I didn't go through my QR codes. I just kind of went off, and I'm so sorry, but I'll do that right now. Going from the QR codes, you know, hit me up at the PayPal, hit me up at the Cashapp. All donations go toward the making of my independent animated pilot, my independent film, and it basically goes to support my studiomogura, which is a comic film and animation think tank and studio space based in Miami, Florida. Basically, I use studiomogura to publish all my original comics, my original books, which is the next two QR codes. My book Full Moon Nights, my first book, I released it back in like 2018 or something, and it's basically a chronicle of the Miami rave scene in the early 2000s. And then my next book, Hell in Heels, which I released last year, just almost a year ago on Halloween. And Hell in Heels is an action thriller grindhouse adventure about a family that gets attacked by a group of female biker riders called the Hell in Heels. And this veteran guy has to try and save them. So it's basically a commentary on America and, you know, the way that things kind of were going. And the funny thing is that it was supposed to comment. I wrote it with the full intention and the assumption that, you know, the Trump regime would end. But now I wrote it and then fucking this guy gets reelected. And then I realized, oh, you know what the book really is? It's about what the aftermath, you know, the apocalypse left behind that is Trump and Republicans and MAGA. And so that's kind of like the world that book takes place in. So definitely check that out. That book is not for everybody. It is a big ass fucking mature audiences only, please, because that is the book that's based on a script that I basically did not have any reins or anything holding me back. I just went in and I just wrote whatever came to my head went on the paper, and that's what you got. So please check it out. It's actually my best script. It's my most highly rated script, and it's you know, I'm really proud of that story. I'm really proud of that book that I did it. You know. Check out my comic shop, OCTOTAKU, where I have all my comics in my personal collection. You can check out all my comics in my personal collection, and then there's some that are for sale that you can, you know, either buy or purchase, or you can hit me up, private message and DM through Instagram, or just comment on OCTOTAKU's threads, and he'll answer at some point. You know, he just got to understand. I got to understand that OCTOTAKU lives in the Atlantic Ocean, and it's really hard to get internet out there sometimes. So you know, it takes him a minute to get messages and to get mail. The next to that is my TeePublic. Check out my TeePublic shop, which is, you know, all my original T-shirt designs and all that stuff like that. And you can get the official Miami Heat, the Heat Cultura shirt is on my TeePublic. And then finally, check out my El Topo playlist, which is my YouTube playlist of all my tracks. And you can also buy my music at the Bandcamp link underneath. So basically, getting back to what I was doing, I just finished my first original animated pilot. It's based on my graphic novel, International Horror Association. I've been working on this pilot since 2013. I basically first pitched it to Fox and Disney and Cartoon Network back in 2013. And then, you know, they liked it, but they just didn't understand what it was. And I admit to you, at that time, I didn't have a script. I didn't have anything. I just had an idea. I did this comic, would be a good idea for a cartoon, I think, you know, just because I looked at it. So they liked the art, but they just didn't get the story. And this whole time I've been developing the story. And then after I developed the story, I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to just do the animation. I'm going to start drawing it. And I started drawing it in 2020 and started animating in 2020. And then like pandemic hit and I thought I would finish it during pandemic, but that fucking wiped me out. And I really didn't work on it anymore. And then eventually I went back this year and I was like, man, I have 8 minutes done of this 20-minute pilot, bro. I've got to finish this shit. And this year I wanted to finish it this year. Like this year was the year that I finished things that have been floating around forever. I have to finish it this year. And so I finished the fucking animated pilot, man. You know, and I went and I did it. And I think it looks great. It's not, you know, I understand that it's not like fucking anime level fucking animation or some shit that you like Bob's fucking Burgers or anything like that. But shit, man, I did it myself. I drew it myself. I animated it myself. I fucking sat there. I cut it up and I edited it. I did the fucking music. I did the sound. I got these guys over to fucking record the voices, and I did everything. Every aspect of this shit I did myself. So I'm really proud of it. And I entered it into Sundance, into South by Southwest, into Tribeca, into Miami Film Festival, into Beverly Hills Film Festival, into CineQuest, into the Cleveland International Film Festival, and there's another one in there. I can't remember what the other one is, but there's another one in there. A few other ones. So basically, if you donate via PayPal and Cash App, all that money is going to go to the festival run for the animated pilot. So please donate. Please donate, and I will put your name in the end credits, and I will give you credit, especially if the fucking pilot gets. I mean, aren't you guys always clamoring about like, oh, I want a new cartoon, I want this, I want that, blah, 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 blah. Look, man, this is an animated horror comedy pilot, invented by an independent animated fucking person. This is your perfect opportunity to support something original, funny, kind of creepy, and also fucking, you know, awesome. So by all means, donate to my PayPal, donate to my Cash App, you know, $studiomogura, and all donations, all that money is going to go toward the next film festival. So if you want to see this animated pilot, if you want to see the International Horror Association animated pilot, donate to the fucking to the fund. There's also a GoFundMe that you can find. Just search it up. I'll put the link in the description for this video. But it's basically a GoFundMe for the International Horror Association pilot. And it's not to fund the pilot because the pilot's already done. It's to fund the festival run. We need to put this pilot in front of as many eyes as possible. If you want to see this pilot, the only way that you can see this pilot is by donating, so that I can go and if you donate it and put on the memo or the note or send me a message or whatever saying, hey, I donated it. I want you to come to my city, and you put the city that you're in. And I'm gonna go look for a festival in that city, and I'm gonna put it in that city, and then you're gonna be having the means to go see the movie. You know, of course, it's gotta get selected. That's for sure. I understand, but I'm really confident in this because it's like such a unique fucking cartoon. How often do you see horror cartoons being made? 2D horror cartoons being made, 2D horror comedy cartoons being made. Like that's just not being done. So, I really feel like I've got a good shot at least making a couple of the festivals. My hope is that I make Sundance. That's really where I want to premiere. I want to premiere it at Sundance, and if it premieres at Sundance, and there's a really good shot that someone really important is going to see it, and that's kind of what I'm hoping for. Because all I'm really looking for is funding to just fund my shit, and I will literally just draw the shit myself. I don't give a fuck. So yeah, that's basically what I was doing. And then as soon as I was done with that, I jumped into another script that it was like another really long ass fucking script. It's my first adaptation, and you know, it was something I've been working on for like another fucking like 5 years, dude. And I was like, I gotta finish it. So boom, I finished that script, and then after that, I got hit with another bolt of lightning of like, oh, you know, I had this idea of, like, that I kind of worked on of this like anime and shit. And I wanted to finish that script, and I wanted to, you know, let me write a little bit. And I wrote it out because the story was coming to me, and I was like, oh, you know what? Let's go with it. And I wrote the whole entire fucking story out. I realized, wow, I have a great like fucking map here. Let me just do the script. And boom, I did the script. Script's done. So that's kind of what I've been doing, man. And like, you know, I'd rather devote my time and energy to like being creative and making shit and taking this time that I have off now because I'm not doing taxes right now. And taxes start up in January. So I want to take these last 2 months to get in as much creative work as possible. So apologies for not doing Cultura day one. But now you know I'm still here. I'm still looking to do this. I'm just being very targeted with my, okay, I'm going to do this Cultura. It's got to hit me with the bolt of lightning of like, I want to fucking do Cultura and not want to fucking draw or not want to write or not want to do something else. So it's really important not only that I get that bolt of lightning, but that the guys win. Because it's the only way that I'm going to do the bolt of lightning. I'm not going to fucking come out here for their losses. Hell, fuck no. I'm not wasting my time on that shit no more. It's been a bad year of losses with the Jets. I just don't want to deal with that. You know, and I don't like to come on here and do shows for losses because all I do is complain. And you know, I'm gonna complain when they win. So why am I gonna complain when they lose? So look out. Maybe I'll be here for the next game. His next game is wild like it was tonight, man. I'll definitely fucking come out for Cultura because these are two big games. This is like a playoff, you know. These are playoff games, bro. These are gonna determine seeding. You know? Because I mean, look at the East, man. The East is not. We're in it. Play-in game or fucking, you know, as a high seed, doesn't matter. But we're in it this year. As long as we stay healthy, as long as guys keep fucking playing like they've been playing and they don't fall back into this fucking one-on-one bullshit that they usually do, which is like the only fucking thing that we got to look for when Hero comes back. Because when Bam was in there, Bam understood Bam was a part of this like really fast-paced kind of thing. It's Hero who hasn't done that shit. You know? So I'm really curious I want to hope that they're really pushing Hero when he comes back and he starts, I don't know if he's practicing already. But he should be if they're looking to bring him back at the end of November. He should already be practicing. So I want to be like, we shouldn't expect a drop-off, but I mean, expect a drop-off just to give these guys some leeway and just give them some space to fucking, okay, then the time to get together, no pressure, just get it together. Get it together. There's fucking 80 games, man. Just don't give me this bullshit that you're going to get it together after the All-Star break. That's what we don't want. We want you to get it together now so that before the All-Star break, we're in a good position. So that after the All-Star break, it's not like we have to kill ourselves to just make the fucking playing game. Like, we don't need... right now, this team is not a playing game team. Right now, this is a team that should be a number 3. I expect this team to be number 3, number 4, definitely number 3 or 4. So that's all we got to do. That's all we got. Stay healthy and keep playing like we're playing. And this is a great pace for this team. This team should have been doing this, like I said before. This team should have been doing this years ago. If we would have been doing this with Butler and with fucking everybody, our other teams, we would have won. We would have definitely won a title. With the defense that we were playing before, of course. Come on. I don't know what to tell you. I just tell you. So yeah. We're gonna end it. I'm just trying to get that hit, you know? And at the same time, we're all rusty here. So I'm still relearning everything and trying to remember, how did I do this show? How did it go? What is it that I say? What is it? I don't know. Because I forgot. I forgot everything. That's another reason why it took me a while. I was like, I forgot how to even like open the show. But we're here. You know, we can do it. You know, we're good. So check us out. You know, just take a peek. After the next game, if the next game is a win and it's a good win, you know, come by and just check. Maybe. And if I'm not here for the next Cleveland game, I will make you this promise. I will be here for one of the Knicks games. I don't know which one. Whichever one we hurt them the most. That's the one that you're going to get. Okay? Okay? Is that acceptable to you? Because I mean, that's all I have to give. I don't got anything else. Okay? So, you know how we do it. Don't freak out. Just freak out.